Vulnerable communities were advised to seek refuge on a high ground as several rivers burst their banks after days of rain in a flood-hit Chinese province of Gansu. At the southwestern end in the seasonal rain belt that stretches as far as Japan, at least two coastal cities, Xinjiang and Jianggung, each with a population of over 300,000 on a Tuesday, urged residents along the banks of the fast-flow rivers and low-lying areas to flee. On Tuesday, a road bridge collapsed in the southwestern Chinese due to landslide, caused a continuous heavy rain in the region, state media reported. The incident occurred in Jinzhou province as heavy rain continued in the region. No casualties were reported as a result of the incident. Local authority discovered the deformation on a bridge structure during the patrol inspection on the Tuesday and immediately implemented traffic control made sure at the April lanes. An investigation in the causes of collapses have been launched. Meanwhile, the Jinghe County Food Control and the Drought Relief Headquarters issue an emergency evacuation notice. Currently, water levels in the Dulu rivers in the country are rising rapidly. According to the forecast, all three have exceeded flood levels that occur once every 30 years. Since at week, about 17,000 people have already been evacuated and relocation to safer places. About 300,000 people have been affected in the southwestern Chinese province of Guangdong, which was hit by severe flooding last week. Heavy rains have hit Anhui, Hubei, Guangzhou, and Shandong province caused flood emergencies. A truck that stopped in a time when the road a hit collapsed dangerously flew over the edge while its driver waited to rescue and as seen in a video shared on social media. In the other parts of Gansu, many sections on the highways were blocked by landslides or damaged by collapses. In the cities such as Jianggung, flooded streets paralyzed local traffic in the low-lying area, including underground garage and the stopped mill basements were submerged. According to forecast and the state meteorological, more rain is expected over the next few days. And the province, including Guangzhou, which has been by several storms, should be particularly vigilant. In contrast, province north of the seasonal rain belt such as Henan, Shandong, and Hebei, as well the capital Benji, was temperature reached just under 14 degrees Celsius on a Tuesday. The flooding affected several areas in the new urban districts, including Jinjingbei and Jiangyin-Munsan, and other areas, as well as the old urban district. The pursuit to combat the flooding in animals, and many residents are struggling to cope with the natural disaster. They ensure people's safety in the Jiangyin County Flood Control and Drought Relief Headquarters ensure and notice urgent residents from the affected areas evacuated immediately and moved to the high ground. As at 19:30 a.m. on June 24, approximately 13,000 people have been relocated, of which 2,436. 29,316 were relocated through in the efforts of party members and officials and about 20,000 evacuation on their own. Emergency response service including Jiangzhou County Fire Department and working to evacuate people from the affected areas and provide assistance in those in need. Local authorities have activated a Level 1 emergency response mechanism, deployed rescue teams and equipment to the affected areas. Authorities are working to evacuate people trapped in the flooded areas, provide emergency supply and repair damaged infrastructure. Faced with the disaster, local residents and a business owner have come together to provide assistance to shelters to those affected. One hotel owner in the city of Kaili, located more than 100 kilometers from Jingan country, offered free accommodation to those stranded in the city. These shelters are just one of the many examples of how the community is working together to support each other during this difficult time. The Ginzhou Province Meteorological Bureau was issued a warning of a heavy rain in the province of torrential rain expected in some areas. The Bureau has urged residents to take precautions and follow this instruction of a local authority. As a situation continues to evolve, residents Jinzhou country and surrounding areas and come together to support each other and cope with the natural disaster. Local authorities are working hard to restore order and provide assistance to those in need, and the province is expected a full recovery from the flooding in the coming days. The mountainous province of Jinzhou and other parts of the southern China have been separated from the heavy rains since last week, and the annual East Asian monsoons gathered monuments, breaking rainfall records in some parts of the China. Although China is no stranger to summer flooding, some scientists warn the climate change and the leading on a higher ground to the heavier and the more frequent rain. Massive flooding could trigger unpredictable black stay, even with extreme consequences such as dam failures. Officials say on a Tuesday, a viaduct collapsing on a highway to Jinzhou, affected in landslides and knocked down Constant Kalum and the Kaohsiung section to a road collapsing with a high side, local media reported. Heavy rains caused severe flooding in the southern China, with the water level of 27 rivers exceeding warning levels and thousands of residents evacuated to safety, of Ministry of Water Rescue consultant Sunday. The worst hit area were Jiangxi, Jinzhou, and Hunan, where 4 small rivers exceeded a maximum flood control water levels by 2.51 meters. The main 2 rivers in Yunnan experienced in the worst flooding since 1979. In the autonomous country, Sunday Shu in the Jinzhou province in the southwestern China, rescue teams working waist deep water to save residents, including the mother and the newborn baby. As of 7 p.m. on a Sunday, 23 risk points have been eliminated and 1,287 people have been evacuated to surrounding country. Nearby Queensland Prefecture, firefighters were drawn raising waters to evacuate vigilant and rescue household items. Armed police were deployed to catch in the Jinzhou, Jinging Autonomous region in the southwestern China, where flood waters reached 6 meters in some areas, inundated streets and a farmland. Rescuers used rubber boats to evacuate residents from flooded vigilant threatened by landslides. On a Friday, Jinzhou, Hunan Province, central China, a dramatic helicopter rescue took place when the 2 vigilant were started a river's Aslan due to sudden surge of water. Upon arrival, the scene rescue capably assessed the situation. After the 5 hours of rescue force and a vigilant were pulled to safety using rescue ropes, with another and transformed to safe area using a surveillance helicopter rescue for emergencies. Authority continued to battle flooding in 6 provincial level regions, where 3 ministerial teams coordinating relief efforts. Meteorologists forecast more rain next week, prompted officials to warn residents to avoid bodies of water during the ongoing rainy season.